My son and I have been rocking out to the Lumineers.
Yes.
Yeah. He loves the beat, so I mean, I play it like over and over again. Stubborn Love. He actually knows all the lyrics by now. Yeah.
How old is he now?
5.
5. That's
Yeah.
How bad are you?
yeah. That's what are you listening to?
Oh, we listen to a lot of Daft Punk.
Great. Me too. When I'm not listening to Ingrid. Yeah.
Robin Thicke's very popular right now.
Oh right, with his Naked Girls song.
Yeah,
that was gonna go over well no matter what. He could have really sang anything behind that video, right? Could have been back there going and there's just naked women everywhere.
I am so out of the loop with pop culture, man. I have no clue.
Really?
Nope.
He's done a new song called Blurred. Blurred Lines. Yeah, I don't know. I was blurred when it happened. Yeah, that's right.
So, as the two main love interests for Bo, can you tell us what's going to happen this coming season?
No.
We're gonna let.
Who do you want to win? How are you going to duke it out?
You know what? I like long. I'm in for the long run. I like the longevity. You know.
Yeah, I can be with her until I die.
Yeah.
And so
I'm
he's
not
going to
looking
take
for
over
closure.
from there, I think.
Unless you know.
You're going to step
become
aside
fed.
for 85 years, because
That's right.
I have 85 more to go. And then...
I mean, it'll get a little weird when you're in your 85th year, you know.
Yeah, and you all look the same.
Exactly. It's like, don't tell her.
Like geriatric Lauren.
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah. I mean, we're going to do more love. It'll be more love this
I'm
year.
trying to get comfortable here.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit more about the action coming up? Like what? There's a lot of people in peril at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's that going to go?
Well, I'm still here, so I guess I don't think it's a big spoiler to say I survived the crash.
Yeah.
And as far as the action goes, well, you know, we look at we've got the Wanderer. Who is the Wanderer? And when we start the season, we don't know where Bo is. You know, she gets disappeared or she's been taken. So, you know, we were just talking about it over there. Each episode now feels bigger than last year. Like, as we're making these episodes, it's getting harder and harder to make it in the time that we have to do it. And it's because they're bigger. They're like each one is like a little movie almost now, and it really feels great. You know, it's like the show is getting bigger. Yeah.
It's very tall now.
Yeah, well, how is that for you as it gets more and more popular?
Oh, it's amazing. It's kind of a dream to work on this show. You know, we get to work with amazing people on a show that we really sort of care about, and we have the best fans in the world. Like, I feel like we won the job lottery a little bit. Yeah, it's great.
Of course.
Yeah.
The Twitter has just been. I mean, we were kind of asked to do it by the network, and I had no idea about it beforehand. But I'm really glad we have now because it's a great way to communicate with the fans and just
Unless you've been drinking, and then you shouldn't tweet.
Although they love it when you do. Should always put a disclaimer: drunken tweets incoming.
Yeah, the network shudders a little bit. But
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the fans love it. Is there a moment coming up in the season that you can't wait for the fans to see?
Yeah.
Yep. 12 of them. 12 moments that we're very excited about.
Yeah.
Come on, tell us more.
Yeah.
Oh God! I would. Jay Firestone sitting right there. That's our exec. He would like literally just.
You see the red
tackle
dot
me.
on my forehead? He's literally just waiting.
Satellites.
Yeah. I mean, we delve more into the characters, into our own backstories. Certainly for my character, you know, we start to learn a little bit about what she's doing there, why she's there, her fate with the Fae, or whether or not there is a future. Certainly at the end of last season, we sort of learn a few things about her, and so we're going to explore that a little more.
Yeah, Dyson as well. We get to see a little bit of where Trick and Dyson's relationship started. Get a little bit more period piece action going on, which is I'm looking forward to. But
and there's nudity.
Different. Is there?
There's a little bit of nudity on our
gosh.
show.
Is that what I signed? Was that nudity rider?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's just like honestly, the show just keeps getting bigger. Like we're tackling more, and you know, some of our sets this year are just exceptional.
Yeah, extraordinary.
Like top of the line kind of stuff, and just it feels like you're walking onto these sets, and it's like, wow, is this a little Canadian TV show? It doesn't feel like it. So
It's a big Canadian TV.
that's true. It has grown. You're right. It's a lot taller
I
now.
know, it's very tall.
I remember the first year when
When it
Anna
was
and I
so
did.
little, it was just this big.
It was just Anna and I sitting at a table at the Toronto Fan Expo.
That's right.
And no one knew what it was. We were just sitting there. Hi there, I'm Kris Holden Reid. And literally, we had 12 people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, we hadn't even aired yet
No.
at the first Fan Expo.
No, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's been quite the journey.
So how is it, as an actor you have to embrace your character, but in shows like this you really have to embrace the world too. You have to acknowledge that it exists. You can't. It's not corny to you. It's your world. It's your character's
that's
world.
a really great
How do you
question.
approach that? You're doing more than just embracing the character. You're embracing the entire world, the reality. of the
Yeah.
world.
It's a challenge. It was for me. I'd never done sci-fi of any kind before, so it was always sort of dramas which are so reality-based and so day-to-day based. So it was kind of a challenge to go. There's times where we're shooting a scene where we're watching something happening. It's not happening at all. So we're responding to nothing except sort of what we've been told is happening. So in that way, it's an acting challenge for sure. For me.
Yeah, and absolutely. Making this reality real is I mean, I think I'm lucky because I grew up reading fantasy books and running through the forest, hunting goblins.
You grew up running through the forest?
I did. Oh, I did.
Me too. Yeah. Do you remember that? All the running? God, years of it. Through the forest.
When I was 11 years old, my parents took me from suburbia and put me on a farm, and I'm an only child, and they literally here you go, here's a puppy, and there's the woods. Have fun. I was getting into a little bit of bad kids, I guess, in the suburbs, so they were like, let's get him away from the bad
So they put you in the forest with a dog.
and a sword.
That was their reaction to
Yeah.
that? Well,
yeah.
that's one way
It
to
worked
deal
well.
with it.
Look, I'm here. I can now pretend to run through the forest really well.
All this time you were prepping.
I was. Who knew? I have fought thousands of goblins to get where I am.
Yeah.
I'm quite good at it too.
I didn't prep to play a doctor. I did never expect to play a doctor or a scientist.
I do not believe at all that you never played doctor.
I haven't. Oh yeah, I played doctor.
That's a crying shame.
No, I played that game. So, and I played it often in the woods.
Call me next time. Okay?
I did play doctor in the woods once, and my parents caught me. And that's all I'm saying.
Awesome. We're delving into some
It was
deep
in
therapeutic things right here.
I like this tangent.
And the little boy's name was Austin, and I hope you're out there.
Austin?
Yeah.
There's some adult man named that knows in Austin. He's gonna go tell the story.
Yeah, that's
now.
right.
My friend Austin, who taught me everything I know when I was 6.
CNN exclusive with Austin.
What were you listening to?
My parents in my head. What are you doing?
If you guys could play any other character on the show other than the characters you're playing, which one would it be?
Gosh.
Oh, I want to be on Game of Thrones.
Oh, and any
Character on
has to be on
Oh,
Lost.
on Lost Girl.
character
Oh.
other than Dyson Moore.
Another the one that was in your body. Yeah.
Right. Can't do those either.
Well, mine was a crazy
Be in
lunatic.
a total different body.
That was fun.
That was fun. Scary. I don't know. Maybe Kenzie. I'd like to play Kenzie for a day.
She's fun, having been there.
Oh yeah, you played Kenzie for a day.
She's a good one. I guess Bo? I don't know.
Bo? Yeah, you should be Bo.
Well, I'd like to give it a whirl.
Yeah, give that a go. Yeah,
Get my sexy on.
Bo and Kenzie.
But
Okay, what
actually,
other
if you
show would
could
you-
kick a Game of Thrones character out of his job, who would you kick?
I mean, Jamie Lannister's a great character, but the guy who plays it, I think Nicholas is his name. He does such an amazing job, so I wouldn't want to kick him off that show. I don't know. I think that maybe somewhere down the line a character will come up that is just right for me, and I'm actually going to try and get my ass on that show, to be honest.
They're here. You got network.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.